Chinese 5-spice pork chop. This dish is absolutely delicious, and I've been making this for many years. You will not find this in any Chinese restaurant, and I believe I'm the only one that makes it. So what we're going to do is I'm serving this with bok choy and pork fried rice. So to start, I have 8 cloves of garlic. That's going to be divided. For the pork chops, I'm putting these on a thin slice. Let me save that one for that one. Okay. So for the pork chop, we have thin cut pork chops. I have 5 here. We only need 4. So I'll make an extra one. I guess that one's for me. So here we have baby bok choy. I have 2. I actually have 3, but I only need 2. So we have the 8 cloves of garlic. That's going to be split. 4 for the pork chops, 4 for the bok choy. Here we have 2 inches each of ginger. For the pork chop, what we're going to do is we're just going to thinly slice the ginger, because I want to be able to remove that at the end. For the stir fry, what we're going to do is we're going to crush this, and we're going to put this on a fine chop. Okay, and the same thing for the garlic. Garlic is going to be finely chopped. Okay, let me put that there. Let me put this here. Okay. Oh, I must have missed some of that ginger right there. Okay. So the garlic, give that a good squish. Give this a good squish. Give this a good squish. Okay, and we're going to finally chop this. This is going to be for the bok choy. Now, pork chop, 5-spice pork chop with bok choy is one of my favorite Chinese dishes. Now, like I said, you will not find this in any Chinese restaurant. You may find it in a home recipe in a Chinese family, but I don't think so, at least not the way I make it. And this is just absolutely delicious. Okay, let's give this a quick chop. Okay, I think that's looking good. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, let me clean my hands off. All right, now to start, what we need to do is the pork chops. What we need to do is we need to pat them dry. So I already pat them dry earlier, but I'm going to give it one more shot. Now, we're going to use a regular frying pan. Not too much oil. You just want to go in there with about 2 tablespoons. Not too much. And we're going to start bringing this up to temperature. Put that over medium heat, and we're going to sear these. Okay, so to start, we're going to season the pork with salt and freshly ground white pepper. Okay. Let me grab a tongs. Okay. So once this oil gets nice and hot, we'll add these chops. Now you may have to work in batches. Here, I may have to, I'm not sure yet. I don't think that's quite hot enough yet. Okay, so I've been making this for many years. My whole family and all my friends love it. And it's just a winner. I mean, you can't go wrong. Why spend the money in a Chinese restaurant when you could do it yourself at home? Okay, I'm only going to fit 3 on this batch. So now what we're going to do is we're going to season this side with a little salt, freshly ground white pepper, Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish searing off all this pork, and then I will show you how we're going to stir fry that. This is going to go into a braise. Well, kind of a slight braise. So as soon as these are done browning off, we'll go to the next step. Okay, so as these pork chops are browning off, here I have 1 cup of chicken broth. What we are going to do is we are going to go in with about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons dark soy sauce, about 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. Okay. We are going to season this with salt, a little white pepper, and we're going to mix this until it's well combined. Okay, mix it really good. Put this on the side. We are going to go in with a ½ teaspoon of 5 spice powder. Almost forgot the spice powder, the most important thing. Okay, about a ½ teaspoon of 5 spice powder. Make sure that's close. Let me check these pork chops. Okay, these pork chops are just looking fantastic. Okay, give this a quick mix. Okay, let's remove this off the heat. Okay, now things are going to start happening very quickly. For the pork chops, what we are going to do, we're going to go in with the garlic and the ginger. Okay, I think I want to add just a little more oil in there. Okay, put that back on the heat. We're going to saute the garlic and the ginger just until it's fragrant. That should only take a couple of seconds. Okay, now what we're going to do is mix this sauce really well. Pour the sauce in there, and look at the mess I'm making here. It's like I'm destroying the place. And we're going to deglaze the pan. Okay, deglaze, deglaze, deglaze. Okay, that's looking good. Now we're going to go back in with the pork chops. We're going to coat them in sauce, cover it, and we're going to allow this to simmer until they are nice and tender. And that should take about maybe 8 to 10 minutes. So let's go back in with the pork chops. Add the pork chops. Make sure you turn them to coat them in the sauce. Okay. And boy, this is just smelling delicious. Boy, that 5 spice really steps it up a level. So get this one. And I'm going to have to overlap a little bit because usually I do this with 4 pork chops, but today I have 5. So we're going to have to overlap just a little bit, and that's fine. It's not going to break or make the dish. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go in 2 tablespoons of Shaoxing. We already seasoned with salt and pepper. We're going to cover this and we're going to allow this to simmer for about 10 minutes. Let me move it to this back burner. Okay. While that is simmering, we're going to grab the wok. Bring the wok right here. Now, for the bok choy, what we need to do is, I already washed these, but I did not trim them. So what we need to do, when you work with bok choy, you want to trim all the ends off. Okay? Just those little rough edges, and then we're going to cut this in half. You want to keep the light green parts separated from these stems. The stems we are just going to put into bite-sized pieces, and that's all we're doing. So let me continue doing this. This is going to take a few minutes. I really had no time to prep this morning because I got other things going on, but it's okay. We'll get this done. Okay, put that there. I'm going to continue chopping up this bok choy, and then I will show you how we're going to stir fry it. Okay, so for the bok choy, what we're going to do is we're going to put the wok over high heat. We're going to go in with about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Just get a little bit more. We're going to wait for this oil to come up to temperature. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the garlic and the ginger. Let me just give this wok a few more seconds. Okay, in with the garlic and the ginger. We're going to stir fry the garlic and the ginger just for a few seconds. Here I have a handful of red chilies. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. They're going to go in. Oh. Okay, just stir that until it's fragrant, and I can smell it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with the white parts of the bok choy. Okay. We're going to stir fry this just for a few seconds. We're going to go in with 2 tablespoons of Shaoxing. Season it with salt, a little white pepper, and we're going to stir fry this just until those vegetables start to soften, and that's only going to take a few minutes. Okay? Then we're going to go in with these greens. You can't really add the greens in until the last minute because they will overcook and these stems will be raw. Okay, I still want to leave a little crunch on these stems. So we got the pork chops simmering away over here. That's just looking fantastic. And this is just smelling great. Okay, now I'm going to be serving this with pork fried rice. And if you want to see how the pork fried rice was done, you can go down into all my videos, and I believe that was posted a few weeks ago. So the pork fried rice recipe is there if you want to check that out. Be my guest. I hope you guys do. I hope you guys give it a try. Okay. This is looking good. We're going to go in with these green tops. Let's get every last bit in there. Okay, and we're going to stir fry this just until these green start to wilt. And then The pork chops should be ready. And we will plate and serve, and I will show you what that looks like. In the meantime, I'm going to continue stir frying this. And while I'm doing that, I need you to subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget to ring that dinner bell. Man, this just smells delicious. Okay, so here I have some pork fried rice. If you want to see that video, just check it out. It's on my page. So we're going to start by dishing the greens right here. I think that looks good. Let me move this wok to the side. Now these pork chops, what we need to do is bring that up to a high heat. Let me remove this cap. These pork chops are going to get put on the side. Okay. Now what we're going to do is here I have cornstarch slurry. We're going to give this a good mix because it's been sitting a while. The cornstarch settles at the bottom. So you need to mix this well. Okay. Now, this is already at a simmer. What we're going to do is we're going to pour in as much as we need until we reach the desired consistency of a gravy. And it already thickened up. I think that's it. Okay. Put these chops back in here. Okay, coat them in sauce. Oh man, this just looks fantastic. Okay, remove this from the heat. Let me grab a pork chop right here. Put the pork chop right there. I think we'll get some of this gravy right here. Pour it right over that chop. Okay, clean the plate. And there you have it. 5-spice pork chop with bok choy and pork fried rice. I hope you guys subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget to ring that dinner bell. Let's give this a try. Let me get a knife and a fork. Cut this pork right here. And you can see I just cut that with a butter knife. I mean, look at how well done that is. That's just perfect. Okay, it's perfectly cooked. That is just outstanding. Hope you guys enjoy this recipe. And now leave me alone. I'm going to sit here and eat the whole thing. It's all mine.